moment to tune in and turn on with you and let you know some new things that are coming up, as well as some insights and inspirations of what's been going on out there in the universe and what we can do for ourselves. Hey Kim, hey Shar, I see you there. So happy to join with you today. And so wanted to just share a little bit of insight and inspiration. So hey hon, I see you too, Carolina. So as we are, moving into a new month, there is going to be new energy. Hey brother Daryl, I see you. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. And so, everyone is saying that there is a new normal, but guess what? There is no new normal. This is a time for us. This is an evolution, and an evolution means that it's evolving. That means that it's not normal, it's not unnormal, it's evolving. And so the more that we allow ourselves to recognize that as the world is evolving, so are we, and so what I wanted to share with you today is, as many of us, all of us have had time to stay in and tune in and turn on with ourselves. How have we evolved? And in that evolution of our inner self, there is no destination. And so this same energy that we've been evolving and involving of ourselves, how are we going to carry that out into the world? When I began my deeper spiritual journey, when I said, I'm ready to change my life, the first thing I did was start going to a spiritual community. And that's where I met my brother Daryl, actually. He is a powerful reverend and spiritual teacher in Chicago, where I am from. And him and I were prayer partners. He is my brother. I just love him, love him, love him. Hey, Yvette, I see you. And so we started on a sacred journey. And so over 3 years, we were actually over 4 years now with the classes that we had to take before we started our practitioner studies. We were in class every single week, time after time, week after week, studying and bringing it in. All is well. Thank you so much, Anthony. And so many of us are developing our spirituality intellectually. We're reading the books, we're taking the classes, we're doing the things, we're, meditating, we're praying. And so, I didn't realize that even after I had graduated and gotten my certification as a spiritual counselor and a practitioner, I thought, ooh, now I'm spiritual. No. I still had so much darkness, so much pain, and so much I had to heal within myself. It wasn't until I started doing what the spiritual teachings had taught me that my life really changed. Because most people don't realize, yeah, I'm spiritual, I wear my crystals, I light my incense, I do my yoga, I read all the good books, I go to services, all this. But guess what? None of that matters. It is in the doing. So the first thing that I did to shift myself, truly, was I stopped drinking alcohol. I knew I was poisoning myself from the inside out. It was numbing pain that I had been feeling for years from my childhood. And so I said, no more. I need to look at what it is that is hurting me. I need to be aware of everything instead of tuning myself out and turning myself off. So that was step number one. Step number two, I decided to really get into my body. What was I hiding? What was all this pain? Where was it coming from? And so I had to really look at and then start really working on my body, not in a way of, oh, I want to look good and have six-pack abs, but in a way that was about, I'm willing to heal myself. So I let go of the alcohol. Then I really started diving deeper into my yoga practice, even though I had been a yoga teacher for already, I don't even know how many years. I got my teacher certification in yoga, I want to say 2007. So I've been a yoga teacher now for almost 13 years. But it wasn't until I started really digging deeper. So I amped up that, doing yoga every single day, allowing myself. Then I started with the food. How am I eating? What am I ingesting? And then I started with my surroundings. Where am I being? Where am I living? Does this feed my spirit? Does this not feed my spirit? So I looked outside first, but then I had to go in. And that was really what that letting go of alcohol really supported me with. And so then after that, I had to really start really digesting what I was reading. So as a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, you know, the words and the lessons, I did not get it. But it wasn't until I said, I'm willing to learn. Teach me, that I started to understand it. And I had worked, I have met all kinds of spiritual teachers: Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson. I've worked with some of the best psychics: James Van Praagh, John Holland, Sonia Choquette, Colette Baron Reed. Some of the greatest spiritual teachers. One of my best teachers is Reverend Michael Beckwith at Agape. I have priest friends. I had so many reverend friends, and yet I was still in pain on the inside. And so I finally just said, show me the way. What do I need to do? What do I need to experience? And you know what it was? The heart-centered path. The heart-centered path. Instead of thinking about how and what I was doing, I had to just go right here. I had to go here, get quiet, and listen. I had to listen to the truth. I had to listen to the things I was telling myself. I had to listen to the things I was thinking about others. And then I had to get quiet again. And then I decided, you know, I want to go and live someplace that feeds my spirit from the inside out. And that's why I moved here to Mexico. And then I met my beloved, and things have changed, and da, da, da. But it is all good, because I know that every step is a stepping stone towards my growth and my expansion. And so the reason I'm sharing all of this is not just I'm sharing my personal story, because I do have many, but really is to share with you this. Your spiritual practice is not about what you're doing out there in the world. It is about what you're experiencing right here in the heart. Because it's easy to read the books and to light the incense and to take the classes and do all of those things on the outside. But you've got to come here. The path to spirituality is in the heart. And that's why I love A Course in Miracles, because it reminds me. To me, it's spiritual mind training. That's all it is. It's reminding me of the truth of who I am. Today we're in a review lesson, and the review for the last week or so has been, my mind only holds what I think with God. Goddess, what is what I say. My mind only holds what I think with Goddess. What that means is I'm not paying attention to anything. When I say anything, I mean anything. I'm not paying attention to anything that has not come to me through my divine guidance. And you can say that that's hard, because it takes practice. But more than that, it takes willingness. Even in the Bible, the great book, it says you need the faith of a mustard seed. What that really is truly is saying you need the willingness. Because many of us like being comfortable. We like our stuff. We like how things are. We want to stay spiritual with our incense and our candles and our cards. And that's all fine and dandy. But when you're really ready to take it here, when you're ready to forgive yourself for the hurt, when you're ready to forgive those who you think have hurt you, when you're really ready, then things shift on the outside. Nothing's going to change on the outside until it changes on the inside. And that's why I started this with that we're in evolution. Because if you've used this time to tune in and listen to what it is, I know many people have always wanted to work at home. Did you get it? We got it, right? How many people also wanted to start eating differently? You got it. How many people wanted more time at home to spend with their kids? You got it. How many people wanted time to just be home and be by themselves and not be out there in the world? You got it. We got everything. Our society, our globe got everything that it was asking for. Now, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to go back out there thinking, oh, I want my things. I want my Starbucks. I want. Are you going to say, you know what? I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about what I didn't need in my everyday. That's what this is. This is what this experience has been teaching us, is that we are so powerful. We are so powerful. You are so welcome. We are so powerful. And so what are we going to do with this energy? I know one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to allow myself more time to myself. I'm going to allow myself to rest more. I'm going to allow myself to read the books that support my writing. I'm going to write more. I'm going to share more from an authentic place. You know, a couple of months ago, we had our Brown Girls Who Bruja account hacked. Over 72,000 followers. And at first I was kind of devastated, but then I recognized that Spirit had given me a gift. Right before the lockdown happened, Spirit gave me a gift and said, is this truly who you want to be? I thought you said this is what you wanted. And I said, you know what, Spirit, you're right. So when you're being in Spirit, and Spirit will give you the things, even though it looked hard, even though, I mean, every time I tell the story, 72,000 followers, guess what? I started from one. And when it's time for me to have another 72,000 or more, I will have that. But right where I am right now, all is well. All is well because my mind holds only what I think with Goddess. I don't have time to think about what's going on out there. I don't have time to worry and stress about trying to get my account back. I'm not thinking about anybody except that you are my brother, you are my sister, and I am praying for you. I don't have time for judgments of anybody and myself. My mind holds only what I think with Goddess. And that means that my energy is lifted. And that means that I am shifted into a higher vibration, because you don't get to a higher vibration going back and forth about the past and worrying about the future. You only get to a higher vibration by elevating your frequency. Spirit is frequency. Spirit isn't about the books you read or the classes you take. Spirit is about frequency. So what's your frequency? How are you evolving? Remember, there is no new normal. I don't want things to go back to normal. I want them to evolve. I want them to transform. Today is the day of Oya, right? She is that storm. She is that transformation. She is that change. Bring that into your heart and let's take that to prayer right here, right now. So just knowing right here, right now, in my heart space, and I vibrate this out through my hand, that right where we are is where we're meant to be. Everybody listening to this live or to the replay has heard what they've needed to hear, have healed what they've needed to heal, and are ready to evolve in ways that they did not know. Because I know in our minds, right here, right now, our minds only hold what we think with Goddess, if we are willing. And so I am just knowing this for everybody. I am just knowing this for each and every one of us, every man, woman, and child, every tree and every sea, every animal and every insect. We are only holding in our minds, in this body experience, what Goddess wants us to know. And so we let go of everything, all the garbage, all the noise, all the static. We let it go. We just let it dissolve and resolve into the nothingness from which it came. And we just allow our frequency to elevate, to vibrate, as we meditate on the frequency of love, on the frequency coming from our hearts. And I am just blessing this beloved day, blessing it with gratitude, covering it with gratitude, because I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful for this phone. I'm grateful for this internet. I'm grateful for this Wi-Fi. I'm grateful for this social media, so I can connect with all my brothers and sisters around the world. I am grateful to be grateful. So I just bless it all. I let it be. I let it go. And so it is. Ashe, amen. As above, so below. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. So thank you all for joining me for a moment today. And this is who I am. This is who I am. This is who you will see. This is the vibration that I am bringing to this page, to this feed, to this experience called life that we share together, brothers and sisters. And so I just love you. If you missed anything, please watch the replay. I send you so much love and light. Happy Wednesday. Make yourself some magic. And remember, your mind holds only what you think with Goddess. Let that be your mantra for today. And I cannot wait to join and share with you again. I send you so much love. Don't forget, Friday is Heart Happy Day. We got some new things coming in June. Sign up for our Tarot 2.0 starting on Tuesdays. I will be doing something special. So you've got to join our community. We added a new experience for you to have in there, so make sure you join join all of our experiences. The link is in bio, and if you would like to have a session with me, the link is in bio as well. And until next time, beloved, know that you are the love, you are the light, and this is the blessing that we have called life, right here, right now, together.